We are going live. We're just going to sit here a second to make sure our audience, people are coming on. I'm going to make sure that we're going live. It's always so nerve-wracking, right, in these moments.
The meeting is now streaming live on Facebook.
Perfect. Then we are live.
Hi, I'm Lori Johanneson. I am happy to be hosting a client event tomorrow. We're doing a virtual bingo, and something that I have implemented into my business for 2021 and going forward is always supporting a local organization. And when we are sitting down doing our 2021 business planning and trying to decide who we are going to support, Lisa, my wonderful teammate, say hi to Lisa. She suggested Bike Bald, and I didn't even know what Bike Bald was. And, you know, before we went live, Debbie and I were talking, and I explained to her that, you know, Bike Bald was somebody I saw on the biking path handing out helmets to kids. And I'm like, gosh, that's a really nice organization. But it wasn't until Lisa introduced who you were, and I'm excited to be donating one of our bingo prizes to Bike Bald. So I'd just love for you to share with everybody who's tuning in and watching us what Bike Bald is, why it's called Bike Bald, and, you know, how you support and how it's, you know, a local organization that, you know, other people can also tune in and help with.
Well, thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Lori, for having us. This is Willow. We are actually, I mean, could say we started literally from the grassroots planting the seed. So Bike Bald, biking was a passion, a diehard passion of mine, and cycling many trips and different things from London to Paris and everything. And then, and just racing different things. And then the bald was from me having cancer. And so putting the two together was Bike Bald. And, you know, it was over the years of giving back. And I was a full-time executive, doctorate's degree and everything. And I was able to, blessed that I could retire early and go ahead and follow my passion. And rarely do we get to do that, but you know, I guess whenever you have a lot of planning, because I've had cancer now 5 times, that you kind of work out your planning a little bit differently in life. And so it was definitely, you know, had somebody told me that what I would be doing today and still enjoying and having the thrill of it, I wouldn't have believed that I finally got to do what my passionate heart wanted to give back. So Bike Bald is where we've kind of evolved over the years from sitting on the bike trails, passing helmets. We still do that though during Bike Week, but we not only take care of kids with cancer, cancer expands beyond. And one of the things that's really, you know, one of the things that I really wanted to evolve upon was, you know, it goes beyond, but I've always wanted to do those that we're advocating for and bring the community, not just during an event, not just this, but literally interacting with them and infusing the two together. And what better way than if you're sitting there, let's say in an art class, not knowing, she doesn't have to wear, you know, the child next to you or the adult next to you doesn't have to wear a banner that says I had cancer or I have cancer. You may not even know it, but you know what? You can go about this and interact. And a lot of the folks and a lot of our folks that we do support, the strongest are our kids and our teens and children. And so they just want to be kids. They just want to be a kid. They just want to be a teen. They don't want to be the cancer kid. So we've kind of evolved it it went from rare illness, because a lot of the rare illness kids, you know, they share the same gene that cancer does in a Down syndrome child. So why not? We need to incorporate them. Then we went into, you know, it could evolve onto the spine. Now we're dealing with paraplegic children, a tumor camp. Now we can, so it's advocating for the community with illnesses, rare illnesses, primarily cancer starting, and involved in the community. And our words are community, cause, and spirit. And I think that we stand up pretty much for that. And we got to make sure that whatever we do, that always involves that one way or another. So yeah, so we, you know, we do everything we can to support the families and whatnot. We're all volunteers. I need to clear that, justify that. We are 501c3. We've never other than one very simple, like little grant that we did of filling out our name. We've never filed a grant ever. Financially, we can't. I can't justify the fee for it. And whenever I could be helping so many other kids with that dollar amount in those families, it doesn't settle right with me. And so, and with the group and the team. So we do it the old fashioned way. We roll our sleeves up and we make it happen.
Where does somebody go to learn even more about
our website,
how to be a part of your community? If they have, people who are going through something similar and want to join in with your community and be actively involved in it as well. What is your website? If you could share that.
Yeah, sure. So of course it's www.bikebald.com. And so we're kicking off a really big campaign. So, we can't do everything that we always wanted to do. We've done pretty well with some of the things we've done over the course of this year. Has been a very difficult year for us all. But one of the things we've got to remember is, the mask wearing, the isolation, the depression, all that, not being odd to say this, that's our world all the time. As cancer patients, that's our world. We have to protect ourselves with a mask. This is not a new thing for us. So it's kind of like everybody's come finally into our world and our kids' world and our family's world. And now we're like, this is what we go through, kind of thing. So, granted, we don't want anybody going through what we go through, but it's kind of an evolving thing to see it like kind of flipped to it. But so we're our going into 2021 is teeing up for 2021, because I think we have to really re-ramp where we're going, reset where we're going. I think life is not going to be the same anymore. I think it's going to have a little bit of a twist to it. So everything we are doing in 2021 will be evolved around that teeing up. We are going full force and with partnering up with a lot of mental illness plans, with different things for community and how we can work together. Our art programs, yoga therapy programs, different things. It'll be a lot of fun.
So many people maybe don't know that you guys actually have a location.
Yeah.
Where people can go. And obviously 2020 has been different. But before 2020, people, and you can maybe speak to this more too, but you do offer free community yoga. You offer free community art projects, and sometimes, do you want to speak to your location?
Yes. So if you are a family of ours even, or a veteran, all of our yoga is free. Our yoga therapy was free. Our art programs, free. Anything that we did was free to you. And so, and when we say free to the community, our yoga classes, I committed that for the next 3 years, our yoga classes are free to the community. I think it's something that we need to do. We have licensed and we have certified yoga instructors that come in and do it with us, yoga therapists and art therapists and whatnot. And we're opening that up to be free to our community. I think it's really important that we encourage teenagers, the teens, families can come with us. We can do, it's a great place for if you want to come and try it even. It's a great place. It's a small place. It's an intimate place. The art program's wonderful. We do a whole bunch of different things. We do home economics of sewing. There's paper crafts. There's art programs. There's different things. We have a big art auction that's going to be coming up. We have photographers. We have photography classes. We have different things that are all available for the community.
A special connection with Santa, and he sent some of his elves down here in December to visit some of the kids. My kids were lucky enough to be visited by a very special elf. But so you guys do that. You also have the Jeep drive that you do every year. So anybody that has a Jeep, get on board with them because they do a really fun Jeep drive.
We do 3 of those. We do 3 of those a year. Yeah, so we're going to have our art program that's kicking off in February. So anybody who can enter their artwork, photography even, and it'll be auctioned off online. And then we'll go right into our Easter. We're going to do our Easter Bunny brunch this year. We are going to push forward with that. And we're going to go ahead and do our Salute to a Mom program. We're going to do our, we're going to do a little something that's a little bit different. That it'll be wonderful for the community. But I will say that in the cancer world, going gold is the theme. And so sunflowers are a big program. So you're going to see a big sunflower field somewhere coming up real soon. And yeah, so we're going to do this. We have the Jeep ride, and we're going to do our Tour de Oswego. We are bringing back our bike rides this year. So yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff going on this year. And we will have the Santa's workshop again going all over. So.
And you want to, sorry, you want to speak a little bit about the special person sitting next to you, Debbie or Willow? You want to speak?
This is my rock, my bean. Yeah. So so Willow is now, I could say this, she was a former cancer kid, and she was a former bike bald kid. Now she sits on our board here, but there's a little bit of an avenue there that changed. We do this thing called, we have a week that we bring in our kids fest. We used to do all the time, that we would go into town and we bring some of the kids in, and they get a chance to experience, go and be with Lisa at her place, or go with Lori and follow a realtor. What does that mean? Where does it go? Sit with the baker and work with the baker and different things. Let them have some career to show them that, look, you have cancer now, but you're not going to have cancer the rest of your life.
Yeah.
You're not going to know that you're a cancer kid the rest of your life. And at some point, you have to take on life in that. So, so Willow was one of our kids, and we do a bunch of other things. We do a whole bunch of neat things. Like they get some privileges, definitely special privileges that month.
A lot of
And
fun.
yeah. And so Willow was one of our first kids, actually, way back when she was cancer survivor. She was a fighter. She had a hard time fighter. She had a very rare cancer. And if it's with respect, basically, it's like having a cantaloupe on the side of your jaw.
Yeah.
It was where
wild.
Willow was at. And it was a delayed treatment to the process, and a denial, basically a parental denial. And so as I was with her and we're tutoring her, because we tutor almost now this year, it'll be about 1,300. And I think we just got 2 more kids. So 1,369 kids we tutor. We have a Great Dane, so she's bobbing into this, but we tutor and we deal with seniors that help us with reading. We have retired school teachers. We have young students, college students that are going through school, and other advocates that just want to be involved, tutor. So that's how we started. We connected. Bike Ball deals with, we have a very strong connection with about 17 children's hospitals across the US. And then we have 19 military bases, and we have 16 clinics that we deal with. So Willow was out of Arizona. And so that's how we connected up, and was helping her through a lot of her progression, a lot of depression.
Right as I was diagnosed.
Yeah.
Right as I was diagnosed.
Go ahead, you tell
kid. Like basically like right as I was diagnosed, I was swooped right into bike bald, and I loved bike bald a lot because out of all the organizations that I'd been a part of, I talked to her the most, and we used to text a lot, and we used to talk on the phone a lot, and she helped me like design t-shirts for me so I could like sell them and hopefully like take care of some medical bills. And then we went to Kids Best, and life changed. Life changed. I feel like the day that I like started to be a human being was that day.
I love that this community that you've established. So whether it's you have cancer now, you're working through it, there's something for you. But even the kids who had it, or the adults that have it, it is hard to move on, or always probably fear that it's going to come back, because it does happen. But just knowing you have this group, I love it. I'm a biker too. I'm for an Ironman this year, so I'd love to be involved in some of the bike rides
Uh,
that you're doing out in the Oswego. So I'll definitely reach out to you more so.
Awesome.
And I am excited to be sponsoring such a wonderful organization.
Oh.
I am enjoying hearing about you guys, and I hope other people will step up. And if there's anything that you need, just know that my team is happy to support and continue to support it in other events that we're going to be doing. And thank you both. I think you're both amazing. So
Oh, and right back at you. We all need to tell each other that. We all
Yeah.
need to tell. There's a hero sitting next to you too that we love dearly.
I know.
And
Mhm.
you know, and here's the other thing: you don't just have to have cancer to be a hero, but what you emulate in life and what you leave behind is the best thing. So, Lori, you're a hero too for doing this. So, thank you.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, have a great rest of your day.
You guys too.
Have a peaceful and love-filled day, right?
Yes, definitely. Safe day.
Yes.
Safe
Yes.
day. All right, take care.
Thank you guys so much.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.